Hello and welcome to Volusia Magazine. I'm Amber Osman. In this week's episode, county officials need your help with mosquito prevention by tipping and tossing. Hurricane season is picking up speed and citizens need to be prepared. And the PetVet mobile unit is cruising into your area. Plus, Joanne Magley talks with Jayne Fifer with the Volusia Manufacturing Association. Those segments and more coming right up on Volusia Magazine. I hope you stay tuned. More rain brings more of the need to tip and toss. Recent rain to the area has officials asking residents to empty containers that can hold standing water more frequently to reduce mosquitoes. Mosquitoes can live in water trapped in containers such as buckets, tires, kiddie pools, bird baths, and clogged gutters. If a container can retain water, it can create a mosquito problem that affects you and your neighborhood.
So the two mosquitoes that have the potential to transmit not just Zika virus, but dengue and chikungunya as well, those two mosquitoes are only produced in containers. They're not produced in the swamps, they're not produced on the salt marsh, only in the containers that you would find in your backyard, your front yard, your side yard. So anything from a small bottle cap that holds water on up through that wheelbarrow that's upright and holding water to a tire leaning against the shed, a 55-gallon rain barrel that's collecting water. All of these are potential production sites for those two mosquitoes.
During mosquito season, Volusia County Mosquito Control sprays regularly throughout the county to include areas where an increase in mosquito activity is seen. Residents can learn about the locations by visiting volusia.org/mosquito or by following @VCNewsInfo on Twitter. Spray locations and times are regularly tweeted. Residents also can request mosquito control service in their area by calling 386-424-2920 in New Smyrna Beach or 386-239-6516 in Daytona Beach. Even with the services of mosquito control, though, to get rid of those container-bred mosquitoes, it will take all of us doing our part.
We are out and about, and part of our program does involve inspections of residences. So when we get a call for a service request, the inspector will go to the home, the residence, and will perform an inspection looking for those containers that are producing mosquitoes. But honestly, homeowners can do that on their own and should be doing that on their own at least once a week between May and October. That's the prime production season for these two mosquitoes. So a homeowner might be surprised at the type of container, the number of containers that are holding water that could potentially produce either or both of these two mosquitoes.
Take a walk through your yard so you can see where water is collecting. At first, you may not think you have many areas that can hold standing water, but once you really take a look, you'll probably be surprised. Other steps you can take to help reduce areas for mosquitoes include discarding old tires, drums, bottles, cans, pots, and broken appliances. Turn over empty pots and buckets. Replace the water in bird baths and in pet dishes at least once a week. Clean out eaves, troughs, and gutters. Pick up beverage containers and cups. Drain water from boats and tarps. Cover windows and doors with screens. Maintain the proper chemistry in swimming pools and empty plastic pools when they're not in use. For more information about mosquito prevention and protection, you can visit volusia.org/mosquito. September is National Preparedness Month. It's a time to remember that it's important to take steps to be prepared now and throughout the year for the types of emergencies that could affect us where we live, work, and play.
You know, there's a couple things you need to have. You need to have a plan. Your family members, all your family members need to know what you're going to do if something happens. Not just for hurricanes or tropical storms, but for all kinds of incidents, whether that's fire or flood. Your family needs to know what you're going to do if something happens like that.
In Volusia County, two of our biggest threats include tropical systems and lightning. Tropical systems, whether a tropical depression or a hurricane, can affect each of us a little differently, depending on where we live, our household size, medical situations, and our age. What we all have in common, though, are 3 steps we can take to be more prepared. Step 1. Create an emergency plan that includes details about where we would go if we have to evacuate, and share this information with family and friends. Step 2. Have an emergency supply kit that includes food, water, special dietary, and medical items. Step 3. Stay informed by signing up to receive emergency telephone or email notifications from Volusia County's emergency management, and follow the county on social media. The other weather-related threat we could face in Volusia County is lightning. According to the National Weather Service, 7 people have died this year from lightning in Florida. That's the most since 2007, when lightning claimed 11 lives.
We always have the opportunity for those afternoon thunderstorms. And of course, with the thunderstorms comes the potential for lightning. Florida is the #1 area for lightning in North America. And on average, we have about 1.2 million lightning strikes in Florida per year. While we have about 7 fatalities, we have many, many more people that are seriously injured from the effects of lightning.
Other lightning safety tips from Judge include, at the first sound of thunder, immediately move to a safe shelter, even if it isn't raining. Fully enclosed buildings provide the best protection. A car with a metal roof and the windows rolled up is also a safe place. Stay away from sheds, picnic shelters, tents, and covered porches. They will not protect you from lightning. Remain in your safe shelter at least 30 minutes after you hear the last sound of thunder. If you're stuck outside with no safe shelter anywhere, move away from bodies of water and elevated areas. Never lie flat on the ground, and never shelter under an isolated tree. Remember, September is National Preparedness Month. It's a time to be more prepared when storms or lightning threaten our area. For more information, you can visit volusia.org/emergency, and you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Here's a look at some events happening around Volusia County. For more events and county news, visit volusia.org.
While enjoying the outdoors this season, follow these steps to take the bite out of summer. Cover doors and windows with screens. Limit outdoor activities at dusk and dawn when mosquitoes are most active. Drain standing water from flower pots, garbage cans, or where water collects. Cover skin with clothing and repellent. Replace water in bird baths. Remember to drain and cover. For information on how to fight the bite, visit floridahealth.gov or your local county health department. A message from the Florida Department of Health.
Well, we're in the peak of hurricane season, and the National Hurricane Center still expects an active season to include up to 17 named storms. Joanne Magley shows us what you need to do to make sure your home is ready to weather the storm in today's Volusia Here and Now.
Pat White of Edgewater takes hurricane preparedness seriously. Not just because she wants to make sure her family and home are protected. Pat's job is to help make the community stronger against disasters like hurricanes. She handles the local mitigation strategy for Volusia County government and says families need to prepare.
The most important thing is that people prepare ahead of time and they have an idea what they're going to do now before an event happens, before they get into panic mode and they forget everything of what they were going to do. If you have a plan, then that alleviates a lot of that panic when something happens.
Having a plan means identifying a safe room in your home with no windows, such as a bathroom or a closet, gathering important documents, stocking up on supplies such as food, water, and batteries, and securing your home. It's important to protect all the windows and doors in your homes with options like hurricane-rated windows or roll-down shutters.
The best way is to have a professional come in and shutter your windows. With whatever system, there's several that are available. You can get the verticals that stay on the house and you just pull them closed. There's the roll down like you see behind me on my door, and also there's shutters that you can, and there's several different ways of doing shutters. There's aluminum shutters, which are a lot more cost effective, than there's clear panels that let more light in. You can do a combination of the two.
But one of the most important steps you can take to secure your home is to have your garage door reinforced.
If you lose your garage door, it's the biggest hole in your house, and it lets all that wind in to uplift on your roof. So you want to make sure that your garage door is strong and stays solid during any kind of a wind event.
It's also important to trim the tree branches around your house and bring inside any lawn chairs or ornaments that could be easily picked up by the wind. This preparedness step should be practiced all year round, since thunderstorms are an everyday occurrence during a Florida summer, and thunderstorms can produce microbursts or tornadoes, which can happen any time of the year. For Volusia Here and Now, I'm Joanne Magley.
For complete information on hurricane preparedness, download a guide from the website volusia.org/emergency. If you see a large bus-type white vehicle with a dog and a cat on the outside, most likely you're seeing Volusia County's PetVet Cruiser. This state-of-the-art mobile clinic provides spay and neuter services to residents in the unincorporated areas of Volusia County and the cities of DeLand and South Daytona who financially qualify. This mobile clinic visits several locations every month throughout Volusia County.
Okay, our PetVet clinic is staffed by 3 members, 2 veterinary technicians and 1 veterinarian. The bus is a state-of-the-art bus. It's about 40 foot long. The services are available for residents, exclusively for the residents in the unincorporated area of Volusia County. And certain cities that contract out to the county, they also have their residents get their animals spayed and neutered.
Since the mobile clinic service began in 2007, more than 21,000 dogs and cats have been provided with services. And while the majority of services are related to spaying and neutering, rabies vaccinations and county license tags can also be obtained on the mobile clinic. According to Pacheco, providing the PetVet Cruiser helps pet owners as well as the entire community, as all of us are affected by animal overpopulation.
It's safer for the animal. They tend to live longer. It's better for the animals. They don't reproduce. So we don't want any unwanted litters out there, because so many animals are being euthanized and not enough homes for them. And it's also the law. In the unincorporated area, it is the law that you must have your animals spayed and neutered.
Fees for services on the mobile clinic range from $15 to $65 depending on income, and appointments are required. The PetVet Cruiser makes regular stops in DeLand, Orange City, New Smyrna Beach, and Ormond Beach. To make an appointment, you can call 386-323-3575 in Daytona Beach, 386-626-6643 in DeLand, or 386-424-6875 in New Smyrna Beach. To see the upcoming schedule of stops, you can visit volusia.org/animal control. The Volusia County Library System has more than just books. Here's a look at upcoming programs at our branches. For more library events, visit volusialibrary.org.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
A new dog boutique in downtown Daytona Beach is helping to do more than just provide pet products to local owners. Kate Sark has the details in this week's Business Beat.
The world's most famous beach, the birthplace of speed, spring break, Brownie the dog. Did that last one throw you off? While Brownie may not be quite as well known as the area beaches and NASCAR, to locals, he is just as much a part of Daytona's history. The stray dog showed up on Beach Street one day in 1940 and quickly captured the hearts of the community. Brownie took up residence in a doghouse built by the community, visited with tourists, and sometimes kept the police officers company on their nightly patrols. Funds were collected from locals and faraway fans alike to be put toward Brownie's food and vet bills. While Brownie passed away of old age in 1954, his legacy lives on not only with a memorial at Riverfront Park, but with the memories and stories passed down about him. As luck would have it, Eddie James and Alvin Almodovar were in the beginning stages of opening a dog boutique on Beach Street when they learned the tale of Brownie. After hearing his story, they felt it was only right to name their store after the iconic dog. But they wanted to do more than just name the store after him. When Eddie and Alvin opened their store, they knew they wanted to honor Brownie by giving back to local dogs in need. Let's go check it out.
We heard about his story and found out he was buried in the park. And so we decided, well, we should probably name it after Brownie since Brownie was, lived so close to here. And then we found out about Brownie at the post office. There's another dog named Brownie down there. And it was like 2 dogs named Brownie on Beach Street. Well, that Brownie wants to come back, so we'll call it Brownie's Dog Boutique.
The store is located on Beach Street in downtown Daytona. Eddie describes the shop as the home store for homes with pets. Offering artisanal pet products, toys, dog accessories, and home decor, the store combines a vintage feel with homey service and a fun atmosphere. The shop offers a multitude of high-quality pet foods and Florida-based treats, along with a large selection of leashes, collars, and dog clothing. However, even if you don't have a dog, that doesn't mean Brownies won't have something for you. The store carries what Eddie says is a hodgepodge of a lot of different animal-themed things. He even jokes that everything but the vintage orange refrigerator is for sale for the right price.
The difference between us and a PetSmart is more of a pet supply store. Our store is more of a pet lifestyle store where it's like everything you would need for a home that has pets. So therefore you would, things that are not necessarily totally utilitarian, sometimes it's just because it looks good or it makes you remind you of an animal or something from your past. So we combine like vintage with homey service from the past, and plus it's like just fun. You know, a lot of things that anybody could buy something. Even if you don't have a pet, you can come in and find some pet-inspired art or find something for your house or a gift for somebody that has a dog or a cat.
Brownies features an array of art available for purchase, from the low-cost pieces the owners pick up around town to the works created by local artists. We always choose one local artist that we feature that does some pet-inspired work. Right now we have Kim Kaiser's, she does vintage doors, and she's based in New Smyrna. She does vintage doors, but she has dogs, she paints dogs in the windows of the vintage car doors. As the store continues to grow, they've only been open for 6 weeks. They hope to become a resource for local pet owners. They've already offered several informational seminars and plan to eventually hold regular classes for dog training, utilizing Riverfront Park across the street from the shop. There's a lot of people out there that offer services to dogs, but if you try any of them, a lot of times they don't really meet your needs. So we're trying to find the good ones and bring them to people, and also just to get out there in the community and learn who does what and what people specialize in, and try to really promote them as well. In addition to helping pet owners, Eddie and Alvin want to also help local dogs in need. Inspired by Brownie, a homeless dog who lived on the street for 15 years, they want to be able to assist older dogs and disabled dogs who struggle to find a home. When people give money to an organization, that's great, but you don't really know what you're helping in a lot of ways. Whereas if you're just giving money to one dog, you're like, oh, I'm helping this dog and its story, and I'm helping it get back to health, get a home. And so we really like the idea of like helping one dog at a time. If you're interested in learning more about Brownie's Dog Boutique, the story of Brownie the Town Dog, or want to donate towards the shop's efforts to help dogs in need, go to browniesdogboutique.com, friend the shop on Facebook, or simply stop in. For the Business Beat, I'm Kate Sark.
It's time to head into the studio and join the Director of Community Information, Joanne Magley, and her guest, the President and CEO of the Volusia Manufacturing Association, Jayne Fifer.
Thanks, Amber. Well, Volusia County has more than 450 diverse manufacturers, from medical devices to automobile parts to virtual training systems for the military, products all made here in Volusia County and shipped to every state in our country and to destinations worldwide. So with me today to talk about our robust manufacturing industry in Volusia County is Jayne Fifer, President and CEO of the VMA. Hi, Jayne.
Hi, Joanne.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for inviting me.
So excited to always have you here. It's always fun to talk to you. I see you a couple times a year at your events, and we'll get to those later. But first, give us an overview of the mission of VMA.
VMA is in the business of providing information, education, and networking to our local manufacturers. We're the voice of the manufacturers. It's our job to connect the manufacturers to each other and to the community. It was founded by manufacturers for manufacturers. It's one of the most successful trade associations in the state of Florida. We're very proud of that. We are growing, our volunteer base is growing, and we are actually on track to beat the highest membership number ever.
Wow.
The highest was in 1998, and we had more manufacturers at that time. We had 203 corporate members, and we are there now, so we will beat them. You know, it's only the end of August
That's
or
great.
September, and we're going to beat that number.
That obviously shows the value of being part
Right.
of the VMA to the rest of the community. So give us an example of the diversity within our manufacturing community.
And that diversity of the manufacturers is what makes VMA successful, because they're willing to help each other, because this is an organization that by connecting everybody, they help each other. We have quite a variety we make training, machines. You talked about radon, and they do the simulators, and we've got boats, and we've got medical devices, and we have sunglasses, and we have dialysis liquids. We have, and you have to take a look at what the manufacturing groups look like.
Right.
You know, they are, so with the 450, you're looking at about 52% that have less than 15 employees. And so they are usually providing help to the larger manufacturers, and then we have a good 68% have less than 50 employees.
And you know, it's interesting because we have some products that are very recognizable, like Hawaiian Tropic.
That's right.
Or the former Hawaiian Tropic, but everybody recognizes that. The sunglass manufacturer.
Yes.
What's the name again?
Costa.
So those are
yes.
some kind of
Right.
the boats.
Right.
Boston Whaler. So those are some
Recognizable.
Right, but because you have more than 450, there's a lot of manufacturers here that might not make a product that people have in their house every day, but part of that product is what people have
That's
on
right.
them.
The parts go into the parts, sure. And we have, think about the parachute industry that we have here. The blood bags that are made here. Yeah, it's really fun, because we like to say we make it here. That's our campaign, and you have to look around. Probably we make it right here.
So I read that one of the largest sectors, product sectors in Volusia County manufacturing is medical devices. So give us a little bit of example of these medical devices, but that also means that there's probably a very specific skill set involved in the manufacturing of that and other products.
Well, you want to think STEM. You'll want to think STEM for all of the manufacturers, but particularly in the medical field, because you need biologists, you need lab technicians, you need scientists in order to be able to create and develop the products that are manufactured here by our medical manufacturing companies.
So what are some of the different medical devices made here?
Okay, so it's a combination of different liquids and medicines. Command Medical, and they make plastic tubing, so think blood bags, think about
Okay.
a trip to the hospital and all the you know, they're disposable. So think of all
Sure.
the plastic disposable things that are used on you when you go to a hospital, and that's what Command Medical makes. We've got Gambro that makes dialysis machines, or dialysis liquids. We've got Flomet that makes things for hearing aids, little tiny products, you know, for braces and for hearing aids. Hudson Technologies makes the containers for implantable medical devices, for your heart, for your ears, for your brain. You've got Medtronic, which makes the syringes. Product Quest makes skin care and over the counter products. And we also are entering into the pet health and wellness products with True Science Holdings.
wow.
Thanks, Joanne, and thank you too for watching Volusia Magazine. If you have any questions about the show, you can always feel free to give us a call at any of the numbers you see listed here, or you can log on to volusia.org and click on the News tab at the top of the screen to find us. Incidentally, you can find the County Council's meeting calendar there too. In fact, you can use volusia.org to find out about meeting dates, workshops, topics of interest, activities, and how you can become involved. And we hope you won't forget to listen to Volusia Today. That's Volusia County Government's weekly public radio broadcast. Volusia Today airs every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday mornings on the local radio stations you see on your screen. For Volusia Magazine, I'm Amber Osmond. Have a wonderful evening.